are so foolish sometimes, Boolie.
Mama, and even if we could find somebody to insure you, you wouldn't be safe. I'd worry all the time. Mama, look at how many of your friends have men to drive you. Sally Jacobs, Ethel Hess, Unknowny.
They're all rich.
Daddy left you plenty enough money for this. I can do the interviewing at the plant. Oscar, the freight elevator, knows every colored man in Atlanta we're talking about. I'm sure that in 2 weeks' time we can find somebody perfectly... Mama, I'll do everything. You don't have to do anything. I'll do all the interviewing, all the reference checking, everything.
Now stop running your mouth. I am 72 years old, as you so gallantly reminded me, and I'm a widow. But unless they rewrote the Constitution and didn't tell me, I still have rights. And one of my rights is the right to have who I want, not who you want, to come into my house. You do accept the fact that this is my house. And what I do not want, and absolutely will not have, is some chauffeur sitting in my kitchen, gobbling up my food, running up my phone bill. Oh, I hate all that in my house.
Mama, you have Adela.
Adela is different. She's been coming to me 3 times a week since you were in the 8th grade, and we know how to stay out of each other's way. And even so, there are nicks and chips in my wedding china, and I've seen her throw silver forks in the garbage more than once.
Mama, do you think Adela has a vendetta against your silverware?
Stop being sassy. You know what I mean. On Forsyth Street, we did without them. That's still the best way, if you ask me.
Hey, you sound like Governor Talmadge.
Why, Boolie, I've never been prejudiced. Aren't you ashamed?
I've got to be going. Colleen will be having a fit.
Y'all must have plans tonight.
Going to the Ansleys for a dinner party.
I see.
You see what?
The Ansleys. I bet Florine bought another new dress. This is her idea of heaven on earth, isn't it? What, Mama? Socializing with Episcopalians.
You're a doodle, Mama. I guess Aunt Noni can drive me anywhere I need to go for the time being.
I'll be fine.
I'll stop by tomorrow.
How do you know I'll be here? I'm not dependent on you for my company.
Fine. I'll call first. But I still intend to interview colored men.
No.
Mama?
After the ball is over.
Mama?
After the break.
Okay, Miss McClatch, just let him on in. Oh, have a seat.
Thank you, Mr. Worthy.
Hoke Coleburn. I gotta finish signing his letters. Miss McClatch is gonna be fussing at me.
You keep right on with it. I got all the time in the world.
How long you been out of work?
Since back before last November?
Long time.
Mr. Worthy, you try being me and looking for work. They're hiring young, if they're hiring colored at all, and they ain't hiring much young, seem like. Mr. Worthy, y'all people Jewish, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Why do you ask?
I'd rather drive for Jews. People always talking about how stingy and how cheap they are, but don't say none of that around me.
Good to know you feel that way. Now tell me where you worked before.
One time, Mr. Worthy, one time I worked for this woman over near Little 5 Points. What was that woman's name? I forget. Anyway, she's the president of the Ladies Auxiliary over yonder at the Ponce de Leon Baptist Church, always talking about God and Jesus and do unto others. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure. Go on.
Well, anyway, one day this woman, she say, "Oh, Hoke, come on back in the back with me, because I got something for you." And we go back in the back, and Lord have mercy. She have all these shirts and collars behind her bed, yellow. and nasty like they've been stuck off in a ship of rope and forgot about. And she say, ain't they nice? They belong to my daddy before he passed, and we fixing to sell them to you for 25 cents piece.
What's her name?
That's what I'm thinking. What was that woman's name? Anyway, as I was fixing to say, any fool could see that the whole bunch of these shirts and collars weren't worth a nickel, and things that people call a Jews cheap. So I say, I think about it, and I get me another job just as fast as I can.
Where was that, Hope?
Mr. Harold Stone, Jewish gentleman just like yourself, live over yonder on Lohrmann Road.
I knew Judge Stone.
You don't say. He done give me this necktie and the suit when he finished with it.
You drove for Judge Stone.
7 years to the day you're about, and I'd be there still if he didn't die. And his wife closed up her house and moved to her people in Savannah, and she say, oh, Hope, come on down to Savannah with me, because my wife dead by then. And I say, no, thank you, because I didn't want to leave my grandbabies, and I don't get along with that Geechee trash they got down there.
Judge Stone was a friend of my father's.
You don't mean? Now, I could say, you need a driver for your family. What I be doing? Driving your wife to the beauty parlor and your kids to the school?
No, I don't have any children.
That's a shame. My daughter, the best thing that ever happened to me. But you young yet, I wouldn't worry none.
Thank you, I won't. Tell me, where did you work after you drove for Judge Stone?
I drove for a milk truck for the Avondale Dairy through the whole war. The one that just was.
Oh, I'm hunting for somebody to drive my mother around.
Excuse me for asking, but why ain't she hiring for herself?
Well, let's just say it's a delicate situation.
Mm-hmm. She done got around the bend a little bit. That'll happen when they get on.
No, she's there. Too much there is the problem. It just isn't safe for her to drive anymore. She knows it, but she won't admit it. I'll be frank with you, Hope. I'm a little bit desperate.
I know what you mean about that. Once I was out of work for a long time, and my wife say, oh, Hope, you ain't gonna get another job. And I say, what you talking about, woman? And I get me another job working for that woman over near Little 5 Points, Cahill, Miss Francis Cahill. And then I work for Judge Stone, and that's the reason I'm glad to hear you choose.
Fine. Hope, I want you to understand. My mother's a little high-strung. The fact is, she doesn't want anybody driving her around. Nobody. But the fact is, you've been working for me and not for her. She can say anything she wants to you. She can't fire you. You understand?
Sure do. But I wouldn't worry about me none. She can run me any which way she wanted. But I hold on no matter what. One time, back down on the farm above Macon, I was just a little boy. I used to wrestle hogs to the ground in killing time. And ain't no hog get away from me yet.
$20 a week, so.
Sounds like you got your mama a chauffeur.
Fine.
Morning, Miss Daisy.
Good morning.
Right cool in the night, wasn't it?
I wouldn't know. I was asleep.
Yes. What's your plans today?
That's my business.
You right about that. Idella say we out of Dutch cleanser and coffee.
We.
She say we out of silver polish too.
Thank you. I will go to the Piggly Wiggly on the trolley this afternoon.
Miss Daisy, why don't you let me carry you?
No, thank you.
Ain't that what Mr. Worthing hired me for?
That's his problem.
Yes. I gotta find something to do. I know. I'll take you seniors.
You leave my flower bed alone.
Miss Daisy, you got a fine place out there by the garage. Ain't doing nothing but just sitting there. I can put you in some butter beans and some tomatoes and some fine Irish potatoes.
If I want a vegetable garden, I'll plant it for myself.
But I know. I guess I'll just go and sit on my stool in the kitchen like I've been doing all week.
That's your affair, but don't bother Adela. She has work to do.
No, I'll just sit there till 5 o'clock.
Your affair.
Seem ashamed, though. You got that fine Oldsmobile sitting out there in the garage. Ain't moved an inch since Mr. Werthan brought it over from Mitchell Motors. Only got 19 miles on it. Seemed like the insurance company done give you a brand new car for nothing.
That's your opinion.
Yes, sir. And my other opinion is a fine, rich Jewish lady like yourself ain't got no business lugging up no steps or no bus, carrying no grocery store packages. I come along and I'll carry them for you.
I don't need you. I don't want you, and I don't like you saying I'm rich.
But I won't say it then.
That what you and Adela talk about in the kitchen? Oh, I hate this. I hate being talked about in my own house behind my back. I was brought up on Forsyth Street, and believe you me, I knew the value of a penny. My brother Manny brought home a white cat one day, and Papa said we couldn't keep it because we couldn't afford to feed it. My sisters saved up money so I could go to school and be a teacher. We didn't have anything.
And now you have a lot. What's so terrible in that?
And I've ridden the trolley with groceries plenty of times, I can tell you.
I just feel bad taking Mr. Werthan's money for nothing. You understand?
How much does he pay you?
Yeah, between him and me, Miss Daisy.
Anything over $12 a week is robbery. Highway robbery.
Especially when I don't be doing nothing but sitting on a stool in the kitchen all week. Well, I'll tell you what, Miss Daisy. While you go on the trolley to the Piggly Wiggly, I'll hose your steps.
All right.
All right, I'll hose your steps.
All right, for Piggly Wiggly. And then home. Nowhere else.
Yes.
Wait, you don't know how to run the Oldsmobile.
Miss Daisy, a gear shifts like a third arm to me. Anyway, this is an automatic. Any fool can run it.
Any fool but me, apparently.
Now don't go being so hard on yourself now. You can do a lot of things that I can't do. It'll all work out.
I'm going to the market, Adela.
And I'm right behind you. I love the new car smell, don't you, Miss Daisy?
I'm nobody's fool, Hope.
Yes, sir.
I can see the speedometer as well as you can.
I see that.
My husband taught me to run a car.
Yes, sir.
I still remember everything he taught me. So don't you think that even for a second you can wait your speed and I can see it.
We ain't going but 19 miles an hour here, Miss Daisy.
I like to go under the speed limit.
The speed limit's 35 here.
Slower you go, the more you save on gas. My husband taught me that.
We barely moving. We might as well walk to the Piggly Wiggly.
Is this your car?
No,
Do you pay for the gas?
no.
All right then. My fine son may think I'm losing my abilities, but I am still in control of what goes on in my car.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
To the Piggly Wiggly.
Then why didn't you turn on Highland Avenue?
The Piggly Wiggly ain't on Highland Avenue. It's on Euclid, and that's...
I know where it is, and I want to go to it the way I always go, on Highland Avenue.
But that's 3 blocks out of the way, Miss Daisy.
Go back this minute.
We're in the wrong lane. I can't just...
If you don't stop the car, I'll get out and walk.
We moving. You can't open the door.
This is wrong. Where are you taking me?
The stove.
This is wrong. I've been going to the Piggly Wiggly since the day they opened it up for business. I want to go to it the way I always go, on Highland Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
This is wrong. You've got to go back.
Miss Daisy, yonder, the Piggly Wiggly.
Get ready to turn now.
Yes, sir.
Look out, there's a little boy behind that shopping cart.
I see that.
Pull in next to the blue car.
We closer to the door right here.
Next to the blue car. I don't park in the sun. It fades the upholstery.
Yes, sir.
Stay in the car. Give me the car keys.
Yes, sir.
And you don't have to go telling everyone my business.
Miss Daisy, don't forget the Dutch cleanser now. Hello? Miss McClatchy? Hoke Coleburn here. Is he in? Can I speak to him? Morning, Mr. Werthan. Yeah, this is Hoke. You'll never guess where I'm at. I'm right outside the Piggly Wiggly on Euclid in this phone booth. I drove your mama to the stove. She flap on a little bit, but she all right. Uh-oh. Miss Daisy, look out the store window and don't see me. She liable to throw a fit right there by the checkout counter. Only took 6 days. Same time it took the Lord to make the world. Morning, Miss Daisy. How you temple?
Why are you here?
I bring you to the temple like you told me.
I can get myself in. Just go.
Yes, sir.
Hurry up out of here.
Yes, sir.
I didn't say speed. I said get me away from here.
Something the matter back yonder?
No.
Something I done?
No. Yes.
I ain't done nothing.
You had the car right in front of the front door of the temple, like I was the Queen of Romania or something. Everybody saw you. Didn't I tell you to wait for me in the back?
I just tried to be nice, Miss Daisy. Besides, there are 3 other chauffeurs right behind me.
You made me look like a fool, a GD fool.
Lord knows, Miss Daisy, you ain't no fool.
Slow down.
Yes.
Miriam and Beulah and them, I could see what they were thinking as we drove away from services.
What, that
I'm trying to pretend I'm rich.
you is rich, Miss Daisy?
No, I'm not. And nobody can say I put on airs. On Forsyth Street, we had meat once a week. We made a meal off of grits and gravy. I taught the 5th grade at the Crew Street School. We didn't have anything. We did without.
And now you're doing with. What's so terrible in that?
You. Why do I talk to you? You don't understand me.
No, I don't. I truly don't. Because if I had what you got, I'd be shaking it around for the whole world to see.
That's vulgar. Stop talking to me. What was that? I heard that.
Miss Daisy, you need a chauffeur. And Lord knows, I need a job. Let's just leave it at that.
Mama, what's the matter? Mama, you're talking so fast, I can't understand you. What? Be there as fast as I can. I'll stop by my way to work. There's a wonder you're still in one piece.
I wanted you to be here when he comes. I want you to hear for yourself.
Hear what? What's going on?
He's stealing from me.
Oh? Are you sure?
I don't make empty accusations. I have proof.
Proof? What proof?
This. I caught him red-handed. I found this in the garbage pail underneath some coffee grounds.
You mean he stole a can of salmon?
Oh, I knew something was funny. They all take things, you know. So I counted.
You counted?
Silverware first, and the linen dinner napkins. And when I went into the pantry and switched on the light, the first thing that caught my eye was a hole behind the corned beef. There were only 8 cans of salmon. I had 9, a $3 for $1 on sale.
Very clever, Mama. You made me miss my breakfast, be late for an early morning meeting at the bank, all for a 33-cent can of salmon. You want a can of salmon? Here, buy yourself a can of salmon. Here's $1. Here's $10. Buy yourself a pantry full of salmon.
Well, Boolie, the idea of waving money at me like I don't know what. I don't want your money. I want my things.
A can of salmon?
It was mine. I bought it and I put it there, and he went into the pantry and took it without so much as saying a word. I always leave him plenty of food, and I tell him exactly what it is. They're like having little children in the house. They see something they want, they just take it. Man is not a smidgen of conscience. No, he'll say, I don't know nothing about that. And I don't like it. I don't like living this way. I have no privacy.
Mama!
Go ahead, defend him. You always do.
All right. I've had it. You want to drive? You go ahead and work it out with the insurance company. Take your blessed trolley. Buy yourself a taxi cab. Do whatever you want to. Just leave me out of it.
Boolie.
Morning, Miss Daisy. Excuse me, Mr. Worthing, I didn't know you were here.
Hope, we're going to have a talk.
Yes, sir. Just let me put my coat away. Miss Daisy, yesterday when you were out with your sister, I ate a can of your salmon. I know you say eat the leftover pork chops, but they were stiff. So I brought you another can. Want me to put it in your pantry for you?
Well, yes. Thank you, Hoke.
Mr. Worthing, I'll be right with you.
Well, I've got to get dressed now. Goodbye, son.
I'm just thinking, Miss Daisy, we've been out here 3 times already this month, and it ain't even the 20th yet.
It's good to come in nice weather.
Mr. Sixth grade, mighty well tended. I believe you got to be the best widow in the state of Georgia.
Boolie's always pestering me to let the staff here attend to this plot. Perpetual care, they call it.
It's right to have someone in the family looking after you.
I'll certainly never have that. Boolie will have me in perpetual care before I'm cold.
Come on now, Miss Daisy.
Hope, run to the car and get that pot of geraniums and put it on Leo Bauer's grave.
Miss Rose Bauer's husband.
That's right. Rose asked me to bring it out here for her today. She's not very good about coming. And I believe today would have been Leo's birthday.
Yes, sir. Where's the grave at?
I'm not exactly sure. It's over there on the other side of the Weeping Cherry. You'll see the name on the headstone. Bauer. What's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing's the matter. Miss Daisy?
I told you it's on the other side of the weeping cherry. It says Bowa on the headstone.
How'd that look?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about it. The fact that I can't read.
What?
I can't read, Miss Daisy.
Well, that's ridiculous. Anybody can read.
No, not me.
You know your letters, don't you?
My ABCs? Yes, sir. Pretty good. I just can't read.
Stop saying that. It's making me mad. If you know your letters, then you can read. You just don't know that you can read. I taught some of the stupidest children God put on the face of this earth. And all of them could read well enough to find a name on a tombstone. The name is Bowa. Bowa. What does that B letter sound like?
Sounds like a B?
Bowa. Bow-er. That's the last part. What does that letter sound like?
Sounds like a aura?
So the first letter is a
E.
and the last letter is an
Aura.
B-R. B-R. Bowa. It even sounds like Bowa, doesn't it?
Sure do, Miss Daisy. Is that it?
That's it. Now go on over there like I told you in the first place and look for a tombstone with a B at the beginning and an R at the end, and that will be Bowa.
We ain't gonna worry about what comes in the middle.
Not right now. That will be enough for you to find it. Now run along. And don't come back here telling me you can't do it. You can.
Miss Daisy?
What now?
I appreciate it, Miss Daisy.
Don't be ridiculous. I didn't do anything. Now, will you hurry up? I'm burning up out here.
Merry Christmas, Mama. Do Florine a favor, will you? She's having a fit and the grocery store's closed. You have any coconut in the pantry? Great. Will you bring it when you come? Fine. Hey, honey, ambrosia saved. Mama's got the coconut. See you in on, Mama. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, look at those lit up decorations.
Everybody's giving the Georgia Power Company a Merry Christmas.
Miss Florine sure got them all beat with her lights.
She makes an ass out of herself every year.
Yes, sir.
She always has to go and put a wreath in every window she's got. And that silly Santa Claus winking on the front door.
She must have the biggest tree in the state of Georgia. Where'd she get them so large?
Absurd. If I had a nose like Florine, I wouldn't go around wishing Merry Christmas to anybody.
I enjoy his Christmas at their house.
I don't wonder. You're the only Christian in the place.
Except they got the new cook.
Florine never could keep help. Of course, that's none of my affair.
Know him?
Too much running around. Junior League this and the garden club that. As if any one of them would give us so much as the time of day. But she'd die before she'd fix a glass of iced tea for the Temple Sisterhood.
You right about that.
I just hope she doesn't take it in her head to sing this year. Sounds like she's got a bone stuck in her throat.
You just set a mouthful, Miss Daisy.
You didn't have to run me out. Boolie would have come for me.
I know that.
Then why did you?
That's my business, Miss Daisy. Well, look at there. Miss Florine done put a real the red-nosed reindeer in the dogwood tree.
If her grandfather, old man Freitag, could see that. What is it you say? He'd jump up out of his grave and
Smash her ball-headed.
Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
This isn't a Christmas present.
Yes, sir.
You know I don't give Christmas presents.
I sure do.
I just came across it this morning. Open it up.
Ain't nobody ever gave me a book before, Miss Daisy. And writing, copy, book, grade 5.
I always talk from these. I saved a few.
Yes, sir.
It's faded, but if you practice, you'll write nicely. You have to practice, though. I taught Mayor Hartsfield from the same book.
Thank you, Miss Daisy.
It's not a Christmas present.
Yes, sir.
Jews don't have any business giving Christmas presents.
You right there.
And you don't have to go yapping to Boolie and Florine about this either.
It's strictly between you and me, Miss Daisy. Let's meet us! Mr. Worthington turned up the high five!
I hope I don't spit out.
Oh, get a wiggle on. I'm supposed to tee off at the club at 11:30.
Saturday garbage day, just emptying the trash.
Where's Mama?
She back in her room. She say go on without her. She take it on about this.
That's crazy. A car's a car.
Mm-hmm. But your mom done watched over this machine like a chicken hawk. One day, we park up yonder at the dry cleaners up at the plaza, and this white man, dressed up real fine like a lawyer or banker or something, he put his satchel up on our hood while he opened up his trunk, and Lord knows why did he do that for? Before I could stop her, your mama run out the back door, and she ran that man every which way she could. She wicked about her paint job.
Tell you, the new car has air conditioning?
Yes, sir. Say she don't like no air cool. It give her the neck ache.
You know how she fought me on this, Hope. She don't want to do it, but this car's getting old. She's losing equity. I bet bullshit. Both of you are gonna miss this whole thing.
Not me.
Oh, come on, Hope. You're the only ones ever driven it. Aren't you gonna miss it just a little bit?
It ain't going nowhere. I done bought it.
You did.
Mm-hmm. I just made the deal with Mr. Red Mitchell at the car place.
Well, how much?
That's for him and me to know, Mr. Worthy.
Good grief, Hope. Why don't you just buy it outright for Mama? You'd save money.
Now, your mama in my business enough as it is. I ain't studying making no monthly car payments to her. This is mine, the regular way.
Well, yeah, it's a good car, right? Nobody knows it better than you.
Best to ever come off the line. And if Miss Daisy don't like this new one, I'd let her ride in this here now and again.
Mighty nice of you.
Well, we all doing what we can. Mr. Worthy,
Yeah.
keep those asterisks off of my upholstery.
It's 3 after 7.
Yes, sir. And you say we leave at 15 to 8.
At the latest, I said.
Now what business you got dragging this here out of the house by yourself?
Who was here to help me?
Miss Daisy, you know it don't take me no more than 5 minutes to load up the trunk. You're fixing to break both your arms and your legs before we ever get out of Atlanta.
I hate doing things at the last minute.
Last minute? You've been ready to go for the last week and a half.
Don't touch that.
Ain't it right, pretty? That Mr. Walters' present?
Yes, it's fragile. I'll keep it on the seat with me. Well, you nearly missed us.
Well, you were leaving at 1:15.
She taking on.
Be still.
Maureen sent this for Uncle Walter. Well, go ahead and take it, Mom. It's not a snake. It's probably note paper.
How appropriate. Uncle Walter can't see.
Maybe it's soap.
How nice you take such an interest in your uncle's 90th birthday.
Mama, don't start it. You know I cannot go to Mobile with you. I gotta be in New York tonight for a convention.
The convention starts Monday, and I know what else I know.
Leave Florine out of this. She bought those tickets 8 months ago.
I'm sure my fair lady is more important than your own flesh and blood.
Mama.
Those Christians will be mighty impressed.
Can't talk to you when you're like this. Need to talk with Hope.
They expect us for a late supper in Mobile.
You'll be there.
Minnie always fixes crab.
I don't know how you're gonna stand being in the car with that woman all day.
She all right. She just taking on a little bit.
Here's $50 in case you run into any kind of trouble. Don't show it to Mama. You have your maps?
She got it in with her. Study every inch of the way.
I'll be at the Ambassador Hotel in New York on Park Avenue.
It's 7:16.
Mama, you ought to have a job on the radio announcing the time.
I hope you missed rush hour.
Congratulate Uncle Walter for me and kiss everybody in Mobile.
Did you have the air condition checked? I told you to have the air condition checked.
Yes, sir. But what for? You never allowed me to turn it on.
Hush up.
Goodbye. Good luck. Good grief.
I do stuff eggs good.
You stuff yourself good. I'm going to save the rest of this for later. I was just thinking about the first time I ever went to Mobile. It was Walter's wedding, 1888.
1888? You were nothing but a little child.
I was 12, and I was so excited. I'd never been on a train, I'd never been in a wedding party, and I'd never seen the ocean before. Papa said it was the Gulf of Mexico and not the ocean, but it was all the same to me. We were on a picnic somewhere. Somebody must have taken us bathing. And I asked Papa if it was all right to dip my hand in the water. He laughed because I was so timid. And then I tasted the salt water on my fingers. Isn't it silly to remember that?
No sillier than what most people remember. You talking about the first time? I'll tell you about the first time I ever leave the state of Georgia.
When was that?
About 25 minutes back.
Go on.
That's right. First time. Now my daughter, she married to Pullman Porter, and she all the time going. Detroit, New York, St. Louis, and she talking about the snow up around her waist, and riding in the subway cars. And I say, Tommy Lee, that all sounds very nice, but I just don't feel the need. So this is it. And I gotta tell you, Alabama don't look like much so far.
It's nicer the other side of Montgomery.
If you say so. Pass me up one of those peaches, please, ma'am.
Oh my goodness.
What happened?
That sign said Phoenix City 30 miles. We're not supposed to go to Phoenix City. We're going the wrong way. Oh, my goodness.
Maybe you done read it wrong.
No, I didn't. Look, you took a wrong turn at Opelika.
You took it with me, and you read the map.
I was getting those lines. Oh, we've got to go back. My goodness.
It ain't been 30 minutes since we turned.
I'm such a fool. I never should have come on this trip by myself with just you. Boolie made me. I should have come on the train. I'd be safe there. I just should have come on the train.
Yes'm, you should have.
They fixed crabs for me. They always go to so much trouble. It's all ruined now. Oh, Lord.
Miss Daisy, we got to pull over.
Something the matter with the car?
No, I got to be excused.
What?
I gotta go make water.
Well, you should have thought of that back at the Standard Oil station.
Color can't use no toilet at no Standard Oil. You know that.
Well, there's no time to stop. We'll be in Mobile soon. You can wait.
Yes, sir. No.
I told you to wait.
Yes, sir. I hear you. Now, how you think I feel having to ask you when I get to go make water like I'm some darn dog?
Why, Hoke, I'd be ashamed.
Well, I ain't no dog, and I ain't no child, and I ain't just the back of the neck that you look at whenever you get to go wherever you want to go. I'm a man, nearly 72 years old, and I know when my bladder's full. So I'm going to get out of this car, I'm going to go down the road like I got to, and I'm taking the car keys this time. And that's all there is to it.
Hoke! Hoke!
Oh? What's he doing here? Yeah, send him on in.
Morning, Mr. Werthan.
Morning, Hoke. Have a seat there. What do I owe the honor of this visit? This is your day off, isn't it?
We gotta talk.
What is it?
Mr. Sinclair Harris,
Cousin Sinclair?
his wife,
Jeanette?
the one that talked funny.
She's from Canton, Ohio.
She trying to hire me.
What?
When she know that Miss Daisy be out, she phone and she say, "Oh, Hoke, how they treat you?" And I say, "It's fine." And she say, "Well, if you need a change, you know where to come."
I'll be darned.
I thought you might want to know about it.
I'll be gold darned.
Ain't she a mess? She say, "Name your salary."
Name your salary?
That's what she said.
I see. Did you?
Did I what?
Name your salary.
Now what you think I am? I ain't studying working for no trashy something like her.
Well, she's got you thinking, doesn't she?
You might could say that.
Name your salary? Well, Hope, how does $65 a week sound?
$65 sounds pretty good, but 75 sounds much better.
You're right about that. Beginning this week.
Thank you, Mr. Werthan.
That's right.
Mr. Werthan,
Yeah.
you ever have people fighting over you?
Nope.
It feel real good.
Thank goodness, Mama. I was afraid maybe your phone would be out.
No, but I don't have any power.
Nobody does. That's why I called.
I found some candles. Reminds me of Gaslight back on Forsyth Street. Seems like we had ice storms all the time back then.
Mama, I can't come out after you right now. My driveway's a sheet of ice. I'm sure yours is too.
I'm fine, Boolie.
I'm gonna go listen to the car radio. Don't go anywhere.
Really? I thought I'd take a jog around the neighborhood.
You're a doodle, Mama.
Love to Florine.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess that's the biggest lie.
I learned to drive on ice when I drove for the Avondale Dairy. Boy, it's a little bit slick out there. I slipped around a little bit coming down Briarcliff, but other people, they bang it into each other like they do in the Buddy papers. Oh, Miss Daisy, I stopped by the 7-Eleven. I figure your stove be out, and Lord knows you gotta have your coffee in the morning.
Why, Hoke, how sweet of you.
We ain't had good coffee around here since I telepass.
You're right about that. You can fry a chicken, and I can fix her biscuits. But nobody can make Adela's coffee. I wonder how she did it.
I don't know. You know, Miss Daisy, every time I see the hit parade, it puts me in the mind of Idella.
Yes.
Sitting up in the chair, her daughter saying, spry as the flowers in springtime, watching the hit parade like she done every Saturday, the Lord said. And then one day, during the Lucky Strike Extra, all of a sudden she belched and she gone.
Adela was lucky.
I expect she was.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna put this here things up and take off my overshoes.
I didn't expect you to come today.
It ain't my day off, is it?
I don't know what you can do except keep me company.
I see Carolina's a fire.
Eat anything you want out of the icebox. It's all gonna spoil anyway.
Yes, sir.
And lock up what you tracked onto my kitchen floor.
Miss Daisy, what you think I am? A mess?
That's exactly what I think you are.
All right now, all right.
Hello?
You'll be all melted by this afternoon. They said so on the radio.
Stay where you are, Boolie. Hoke is with me.
How the blazes did he get there?
He's very handy. I'm fine. I don't need a thing in the world.
Hello? Do I have the right number? Mama, I never heard you say loving things about Hope before.
I didn't say I love him. I said he was handy.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, Boolie, are you trying to irritate me in the middle of an ice storm? What is it? What took you so long?
Couldn't help it. Big mess up yonder.
Well, what's the matter? I might as well not go to temple at all today.
You can go to the temple today, Miss Daisy.
Why not? What in the world is wrong with you?
Somebody done bombed the temple.
What? Bomb the temple?
That's why we stuck here so long.
I don't believe it.
That's what the policeman up yonder say it happened about a half hour ago.
No, my goodness. Were people there? Was anybody hurt?
Didn't say.
Well, who would do that?
You know as good as me. Always the same ones, though.
Can't believe it.
I
It's a
know.
mistake. I'm sure they meant to bomb the conservative synagogue or the Orthodox one. The temple is reform. Everybody knows that.
Miss Daisy, a Jew to them people. Just like light or dark, we all the same nigga.
Can't believe it.
I know just how you feel, Miss Daisy. One day back down there above Macon on the farm, I was nothing but a little child. I must have been about 10 or 11 years old. And my friend Porter, his daddy, is hanging from the tree. And the day before, he laughing with us and pitching horseshoes and talking about how me and Porter gonna have good, strong right arms, just like him. And there he was, hanging up yonder in the tree, with his hands tied right behind his back, and flies all over him. And I seen it with my own eyes. And I threw up right where I was standing. Go on and cry, Miss Daisy.
I'm not crying.
Yes, sir.
The idea. Why did you tell me that?
This here mess done put me in the mind of it.
That's ridiculous. This has nothing to do with that.
So you say.
We don't even know what happened. How do you know that policeman was telling the truth?
Now why would a policeman go and lie about a thing like that?
You never get things right anyway.
Miss Daisy, somebody done bombed the temple and you know it too.
Go on, just go on now. I don't want to hear any more about it.
I see if I can get us out of here. I'll take you home. You'll feel better at home.
I don't feel bad.
You the boss.
Stop talking to me.
Thank you, Red. And thank you all. I'm deeply honored to be chosen Man of the Year by the Atlanta Business Council. An honor I've seen bestowed in some mighty fine fellows, and which I certainly never expected to receive myself. I'm afraid that my loss here and my graying here has given me an air of confidence I don't possess. But I tell you, I sure wish my father and my grandfather were here to see this. You know, it was 72 years ago when they opened a little hole-in-the-wall shop on Whitehall Street with one printing press. Over the years, we've grown with Atlanta. And the Werthan Company has always believed that we want what Atlanta wants. This award here, well, it proves we must be right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, one more thing. If the jackets what the dogs up in Athens on Saturday, well then, I'll be a completely happy man. Thank you.
Howdy, Miss McClatchy. You always recognize my voice. It's a shame a wonderful girl like you never married. Miss McClatchy, is my son in? No, don't call him out of a sales meeting. Just give him a message. Tell him I got the tickets for the UJA banquet. That's right, the UJA banquet, honoring Martin Luther King on the 17th. Well, you're a sweet thing to say so. And don't you worry. My cousin Tilly in Chattanooga, she married for the first time at age 57.
How do you feel, Mama?
Not a good question to ask somebody nearly 90.
You look fine.
It's my ageless appeal.
Miss McClatchy gave me a message.
Chloe is invited too.
Thank you very much.
There'll be a crowd. I suppose Hoke should drive us.
Mama, we need to talk about this.
Talk about what?
Feasibility of all this.
Fine. You drive. Thought I was being helpful.
Mama, you know, I believe that Martin Luther King has done some mighty fine things.
Boolie, if you don't want to go, come right out and say so.
Mama, you know how I feel about him, but
Of course, but Florine...
Florine has nothing to do with this. I still have to do business in this town.
I see. And I suppose the Werthan Company will go out of business if you attend the King dinner?
Well, maybe not exactly. Some of the men in town might not like it. Mama, they wouldn't say so to my face, but they'd probably stick it behind my back. Call me Martin Luther Werthan. I don't know. I'd find out that they wouldn't tell me about some certain tips and favors. And some of those important meetings over at the Commerce Club at lunch wouldn't tell me about. And Jack Raphael over at Ideal Press, well, you know, he's a New York Jew. And everybody knows New York Jews are smarter than Georgia Jews. So if you have to do business with a Jew, it might as well be a New York Jew. And they'd start throwing the business to Jack instead of old Martin Luther Werthan. I don't know, Mama. Maybe it wouldn't work that way. But if we don't use those tickets, somebody else will. And the good Dr. King will never know the difference, will he?
If we don't use the tickets, I'm not supposed to go either.
Mama, you can do whatever you want to.
Thank you for your permission.
Mama, can I ask you a question? Time was, I'd have heard a different story. When did you start getting so fired up about Martin Luther King?
Well, Boolie, I've never been prejudiced, and you know it.
Well, Mama, why don't you ask Hoke to go with you?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. We can go.
Ask him and see.
drive. You can't see.
Yes, I can.
You didn't see that mailbox.
How you know what I didn't see?
It nearly poked through my window. This car's all scratched up.
Ain't no such a thing.
How would you know? You can't see. It's a shame, too. This is a brand new car.
You got this car come on 2 years coming March.
You forgot to turn.
Ain't this dinner at the Biltmore?
You know it is.
The Biltmore's this away.
You know so much.
Yes, I do.
I've lived in Atlanta all my life.
And ain't run a car in 20 years.
Boolie said the silliest thing the other day.
That right?
He's too old to be so foolish.
Yes, sir. What did he say?
Well, we were talking about Martin Luther King. I guess you know him, don't you?
Martin Luther King? No.
I was sure you did. But you've heard him preach.
Same way as you, over the TV.
I think he's wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Of course, you know you could go hear him anytime you like. All you would have to do is go over there to the, what is it?
Ebenezer?
Ebenezer Baptist Church some Sunday, and there he'll be.
What you getting at, Miss Daisy?
Well, it's so silly. Boolie said you wanted to go to this dinner with me tonight. Did you tell him that?
No.
I didn't think so. What would be the point? You can see him anytime you like.
You want the front door or the side door to the Biltmore?
I think the side. Isn't it wonderful the way things are changing?
Now what you think I am, Miss Daisy?
What do you mean?
You think I'm something sitting up here, don't know nothing about how to do.
What are you talking about?
Invitation to this here dinner come in the mail about a month ago. Did be you want me to go with you? How come you wait till we in the car on the way to ask me?
Well, really all I said was that Boolie said you wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know you're welcome to come, Hoke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my stars, aren't we the great big baby?
Never mind, baby. Next time you want me to go someplace with you, ask me regular.
You don't have to carry on so much.
Things changing, but they ain't changed all that much. I'll help you to the door.
Never mind, I can help myself.
Hello, Hoke, how are you?
I'm tolerable, Mr. Worthy.
What can I do for you this morning?
It's your mama.
What's the matter?
She really worked up.
Why should today be different from any other day?
No, sir, this ain't the same. She thinks she's teaching school. I'm real worried about it.
Oh!
Yeah, sir, she ain't making sense.
Right there.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
Oh!
Yes, Miss Daisy.
Oh, where did you put my papers?
Ain't no papers, Miss Daisy.
My papers! I had them all corrected and laid out in front so I wouldn't forget them on my way to school. What did you do with them?
You talking out of your head, Miss Daisy.
The children will be so disappointed. I always give them the papers back the next day. That's why they like me. Why aren't you helping me?
What you want me to do, Miss Daisy?
I told you. Give me the papers. I won't be mad with you if you move them, but I've got to get to school now. I'll be late, and the children are waiting, and they'll be all alone. Oh, I do everything wrong. Oh, God, oh, Goddie.
Miss Daisy, come on now. Let's sit you down. Come on.
I'm sorry.
There.
I'm so sorry. It's so awful I didn't do right. I'm sorry.
Ain't nothing awful, Miss Daisy, except the way you carrying on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't find the papers and the children are waiting.
No, they ain't, Miss Daisy. You ain't no teacher no more.
It doesn't make any difference.
Nothing's the matter with you, Miss Daisy.
You don't know. You don't know. What's the difference?
Mine just took a turn for the worse this morning, that's all.
Go on, just go on now.
And you're a lucky old woman. You know that?
No, it's all a mess now and I can't do anything about it.
You rich, you wealthy, you're time, and you got people that care about you.
Oh, God, I'm being in trouble. I don't want to be trouble to anybody.
These days, you want something to cry about? I'll take you to the state home and show you what's laying out there in the halls.
Oh, my God.
And none of them carry on the way you're doing.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Those poor children in my class.
Ms. Daisy, you keep this up, and I promise Mr. Worthy's going to call the doctor on you as sure as you're born. And the doctor's going to put you in the insane asylum. Is that what you want? Is that the way you want it to be?
Oh, do you still have that Oldsmobile?
When I first come here, these days, that thing's been in the junkyard for over 15 years now. I drive here next to the last car, a 63 Cadillac, running fine as wine.
You ought not to be driving at all, the way you see.
Miss Daisy, how you know what I can see unless you're looking out of my eyes?
Oh,
Yes.
you are my best friend.
Come on now, Miss Daisy.
No, really. You are. You are.
Morning, Mr. Worthy.
Hey, Hoke, good to see you. You didn't drive yourself out here, did you?
No, sir, I don't drive anymore. My granddaughter run me out.
She old enough to drive?
Michelle? She's 37 years old. Teaches biology at Spelman College.
I never do that.
Yes, sir.
Hoke, I about have everything out of here that I want. Is there anything you'd like before the goodwill comes?
No, sir. My plate's full to bursting now.
You know, it feels funny to sell the house when Mom was still alive.
I imagine it too.
I know I'll do the right thing. She hasn't even been through the door for, what, 2 years?
Mr. Worthy, I can't talk about it.
I'm not going to say anything to her about this.
You're right about that.
Hoke, one more thing. I want you to know the check's going to keep coming to you once a week, as long as you're there to get it.
I appreciate that, Mr. Worthy.
Well, you can rest easy about that. I don't suppose you get over to see Mama very often.
Nah, sir, that place ain't on the bus line. I goes in a taxi cab sometimes.
I'm sure she appreciates it.
Some days she's better than others, but then who ain't?
Well, we better get on out there. I got a turkey dinner to go to, and I suppose you do too. Why don't we call your granddaughter and tell her that I'll run you home? for Thanksgiving, Mama? Yeah, let me help you with that. Here we go, Mama. There we go. Okay. Over the table. Step, Mama. There we go. Well, Mama, look who I brought to see you.
Morning, Miss Daisy. You keeping yourself busy?
Sure is, Hope. Going to jewelry making, how many times a week is it? 2, 3 times, Mama? Making pins and bracelets? Boy, she's a regular Tiffany's.
Don't say.
You know, Hoke, I followed you the other day when I was driving on the expressway. Saw an Avondale milk truck. Big monster of a thing. Must have had 16 wheels. I'd imagine you'd love driving that thing around.
I sure would.
Hope came to see me, not you.
This is one of the good days.
Mama, Colleen said to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. She's in Washington, you know. You remember, Mama, she's a Republican National Committee woman now.
Good God. Boolie,
What is it, Mama?
go charm the nurses.
Hoke, I do believe she wants you all to herself. You're a doodle, Mama.
Boolie paying you still?
Every week.
How much?
Not between him and me, Miss Daisy.
Highway robbery. How are you?
Doing the best I can.
Me too.
That's all there is to it, then. Well, looky here. You ain't eat your Thanksgiving pie yet. Here, let me help you.